Hi guys, today we're going to be seeing what if Ukraine here had the military strength of the USA. So, in the Ukraine-Russia war right now, this is roughly, it's not perfect what's happening right now. So, we're going to see what would happen if Ukraine just in the blink of an eye had the power of the USA, the strongest military power. So, let me just change something really quickly. Okay. So, at first, Ukraine would be like, what on earth just happened? How on earth did this happen? And in the confusion, Russia's just slightly able to invade in the north and expand a little, but not more. And then Ukraine starts to get organized, and then they start pushing back Russia. They take back Mariupol, and they push into Crimea. They push back in the Donbass region, and they kick the Russians out of the northern area of Ukraine, and even start making a little push into Russia itself. Uh, then all that's left is Crimea and this part of Ukraine, which is captured because USA. It, but Ukraine is suffering quite a bit of casualties because Russia's not giving up so easily, and they also start pushing it a little bit from here. And this is what starts happening to Ukraine. And in desperation, Russia asks Belarus to, help us out here. Belarus says, okay, and they do this. That's it. They make a little bit here, but that's it. And Ukraine is just like, what'd you say to me? They take Minsk, they push Belarus out of their borders, they push Russia here, and we're not going to use nukes for this because, yeah. And Ukraine starts pushing Belarus out, and yeah, it's just not looking good for Russia here. They start pushing in here, and Russia surprisingly does not make the smart choice of surrendering. They're being dumb today, and like all European powers, they enjoy invading Russia. They just enjoy it. Like Russia's just on their hit list all the time. So here's what's happening right now, and Belarus has no choice but to eventually surrender, and they get a pro-Western, start getting a pro-Western government. But Ukraine uses Belarus as a launching point to keep pushing into Russia, and Russia's just like, "Are you kidding me? I just want to know why. How did this happen?" And no one knows how this happened, but Ukraine keeps pushing into Russia, and Russia decides to make a smart choice and surrender. This is a humiliating defeat for Russia, as they are, and I quote, the second strongest military power in the world, versus Ukraine, which just in the blink of an eye, using magic, just had the power of the USA. So let's see what happens here. And here's the peace treaty. So Ukraine annexes all of Belarus and a bit of Russia, and Russia is also forced to pay some money back to Ukraine. And overall, it's just embarrassing. The entire world just laughs at Russia like, ha 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 ha. But now Ukraine, with all this power, is just like, what am I gonna do with all this power? Keep expanding, of course. They decide to invade Moldova, and Moldova was kind of expecting this. They do this. That's it. And then Ukraine's just like, no, thank you. We're just gonna get you over with. They also decide to invade Moldova because of the Transnistria area, however you pronounce it, which Russia has some troops in. So, yeah, they take over all of Moldova, and Moldova just surrenders. Let's look at the peace treaty. And as you expected, full annexation. So now Ukraine has expanded quite a bit, and then the rest of Europe's just like, how on earth is Ukraine this powerful? And Ukraine is just like magic. So Ukraine decides to invade one more country, and that country is Georgia. Georgia can't even do a push, and it's just going to be a short battle. Ukraine does encounter a little more resistance here, and Georgia was actually preparing for this. They have a lot of defenses here, and it's a stalemate for a little while. Ukraine is able to beat the stalemate. They encircle some troops. They surrender, and Georgia's just not looking too good. And Georgia decides just to surrender. And I don't even think it's worth just making this into a part. I'm just gonna erase it right in front of you guys' eyes. Full annexation. So yeah, now Ukraine has a pretty good what's the sea called? The Black Sea, I think. Has pretty good coast on the Black Sea, and I think it has the largest coast now. Only Turkey's second now, and yeah. So this is what I think would happen if Ukraine had military strength of the United States of America. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button like Ukraine. Smash these countries. No offense if you're from those countries. And have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye!